Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm going to be doing my NG skill video today. I'm going to be doing an insertion. I'm going to make sure I follow GPSP, check for any allergies with my patient, make sure there's no facial abnormalities or anything that would, cause us not to be able to do it on a certain, side. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm being a nurse today. Who your name and date of birth is?
John Smith, 0118 of 07.
Okay, awesome. Do you have any allergies I know about?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Do you know what we're doing? Supposed to be doing an NG today. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, they explained the
process?
Yeah, the process.
Okay, awesome. We're going to go ahead and get started. Alrighty. So, sorry. I made sure my area is already sterilized and all my equipment is already in place. So now I'm going to go ahead and, since I'm touching this and it's going into a person, I'm going to make sure I go ahead and do hand hygiene and put my gloves on. I'm going to go ahead and measure the tube to the patient. So I'm going from the tip of the nose to the earlobe and to the xiphoid process. And I'm going to go ahead and mark that now. Okay. And now that that's measured, I'm going to go ahead and put this down for my patient. I'm going to go ahead and instruct my patient to tilt their head up, and I'm going to assist them in that. Well, before that, I'm going to go ahead and put lubricant on. So put lubricant on, and G-tube. And now I'm going to tilt the patient's head up and go ahead and start inserting. And during this procedure, if the patient was any signs of distress, I would discontinue immediately. Okay. I've hit resistance, so I've hit the pharynx. Now I'm going to go ahead and instruct the patient to tilt their head forward. I'm going to assist them in that, so chin to chest. And I'm going to instruct them to swallow the entire time, and if they need water and can have water, I would provide that for them. So go ahead and swallow for me. Okay, so now that's fixing towards the mark. Now I'm going to go ahead and loosely apply tape to it. And go ahead and call X-ray to get it X-rayed. And during this, I'm going to go ahead, or while waiting for X-ray, I'm going to go ahead and draw up some gastric contents. Okay. And I'm going to apply that to my pH strip. So our pH is 4, which is what we're looking for, so that's good. And then this wouldn't have been dropped. I would make sure of that. And now we're going to let them get an X-ray. Okay, so X-ray is back, and the placement, it's in the correct placement. And now we are going to go ahead and measure the line. Well, we're going to fix it first. Like I said, my area has been sterilized. And I would not take my hands off the NG tube during insertion. Make sure not to do that. Okay, now that's fixed. We're going to go ahead and measure it. Okay, so I got 25 and a half. And now I'm going to go ahead and check with my patient, make sure everything's okay, which everything is. I'm going to make sure I put the vent above the stomach and go ahead and start them on suction. And the order, I'll check the order for that and set it to the right order. I'll check the suction, make sure everything's good. And I would apply the suction. So the suction is now on. And I would make sure to note the length of the NG tube and the collar and pH of the gastric contents. And so now that the procedure is finished, I'll go ahead and remove this and make sure I discard it. And now I'm going to go ahead and remove my gloves and then go and report in the court and then come back later to evaluate. Thank you.